All right, so that all finished up, and we can see it was all very much successful. And there it is. Ba-bam. So we got 6 different wedges done, and we can see there is a pretty drastically different feeling. You know, starting with strength 5,000 up here, and you can see how brittle and it just totally dissolves, as opposed to all the way down here, 30,000, maybe it's too stiff. Like, this whole thing's kind of bouncing around almost a little bit on there. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty interesting, honestly. So what I would say is, we could say, what are our final like candidates? Like which 2 or 3 of these do we like? I'm gonna say that I like 25,000 for sure, and we'll say maybe 20,000 also. I like that they at least are they're pretty much totally collapsed by the end of our 120 frames. They're both pretty good. So let's take 20 and 25,000, and let's vary up a different parameter, meaning different attribute actually. Well, I guess parameters, right? Whatever. So here's our wedge, and I'm going to say let's increase our sim version to 1. That way we can store those other caches in case we need to come back to them. I'm going to say this wedge now will only be 2. And the 2 that I want are, oh no, I forgot which 2 we wanted. All right, I watched it again. So 20 and 25,000 are the 2 that I like. So let's just delete everything else but 20 and 25,000. And now let's introduce a second wedge. In fact, I'll just copy and paste this one, put it right after. You can see it clears everything else out because now they're all dirty. Their results can't possibly reflect what came before them because there's these 2 things here now. So this is now 2 wedges, and you'll see it still has 6 here, so we haven't recooked it yet. If I shift V it, you'll see now there's just 2. This wedge I'll do 3 different wedges on this one, and this one will wedge a totally different parameter. We'll do glue propagate. Is that how you spell propagate? Let's see. If we come over to our RBD constraint properties, it's this propagate iterations that I want to change. So looks like I spelled it right. So glue propagate is at 2 right now, so I'll keep a 2 in there, but I'll go 1 lower and also 1 higher, meaning I'll just jump up to 4, like a power of 2 again. So glue propagate. So here we'll put glue propagate. And if we do a shift V on this, you'll see there are 6 things in here, because this one matches to here, and this one matches to there, and so does this. And then this one is to the second one. Or if you go the reverse direction, you can see this one is, when this is 25,000, this is 25,000, and the glue propagate is 1, glue propagate is 2, glue propagate is 4, all with the same value. Remember, you can always middle click and check. So 25,000 for this one, 25,000 for this one, 25,000 for this one. I mean, I think you get it. So it's 2 times 3 makes 6 total things. So we're going to be back to having 6 wedges again. The wedge index on this one is still going to be 5, but now it's going to be a different combination of these parameters, not just the glue strength. Given that, let's go to our overlay text and add that into our overlay thing here. So I'm going to say strength, and I'll say propagations. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that word. And I got to type it again. Glue propagate. Like so. Let me middle click this, make sure it's working. It is. That's pretty much it. That's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of all this stuff that we talk about in Apply Houdini. Like, once you have this set up, sure, it takes a little while to learn how to do it and to set it up. Once it's set up, now we can work so fast. I'm just going to blast through another 6 of these simulations and just choose which one I like the best. And I'll just come back in an hour and then just say, that's the one I like. Anyway, so I don't need to delete the files on disk here because I just changed the sim version anyway, so it's going to save them in a different folder. If you wanted to make sure, you can always, again, select everything, go to delete this nodes results from disk, but it won't matter. And that's it. Shift V this one, and let's watch the magic happen. So sadly, Houdini crashed. Not necessarily going to be an uncommon occurrence with any of these things, but it did happen. So should that happen to you, I would say, either delete all your stuff out on the directory or come here and do it here, where we say, where are we? I guess it's not actually showing up because there's no work items here as far as it knows, which is kind of an unfortunate thing. But you can go in here, you can delete the stuff out of here. So here's my version 1 renders, and I can get rid of my version 1 overlays if they were there. I guess I didn't have anything. I already deleted my version 1 sim, so they're gone. So now I can be confident that running this again should be it. I'm also going to move my little orange output flag down here, even though I don't think it really matters. So once again, Shift V, and we'll let it sit. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time.